Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in on my latest Liverpool podcast. I've got a packed show coming today. I've got Jürgen Klopp talking about the Champions League campaign and the final game of this season. Can the Reds achieve Champions League glory in Kiev? That's what he's hoping from the gaffer. I've got all the latest quotes and what he's had to say and the preparation in which they've had in Marbella the last 2 weeks, which is absolutely fantastic. And I've got a little bit of the enemy, obviously the opposition side. I've got all the quotes from Sergio Ramos ahead of the big Champions League. Real Madrid hoping to make it a 13th Champions League success, and Liverpool obviously hoping to make it a number 6. Hopefully, everyone, thank you for tuning in. I've got that in my second story, so keep an eye on that. He's got some very choice words, really, the Spaniard, on how to hate Liverpool. That's what Ramos is coming out with. But we'll go on to what Jürgen Klopp has said. Jürgen Klopp has revealed Liverpool's Champions League game plan and insists there will be no repeat of Seville in 2016, obviously the Europa League defeat. Liverpool have set their record in competitions by scoring 46 goals en route to Kiev, and the Reds boss says he won't change their attacking approach against Zinedine Zidane's European heavyweight champions. If I was to ask the boys, what do you want to do in this game, they would say what we always do. I'm pretty sure that would be the answer, Klopp is quoted saying. In football, you always have to try to create a plan to deny the qualities of the opponent, but you also have to bring through your own qualities. If we would only think about trying to deny their qualities, that would be quite difficult. It's not that we go there, run like crazy and have no clue how to defend. It won't be like that, but we will play our football, and hopefully at the highest level. 2 years ago, Liverpool fell apart in the second leg half of the, obviously, against Seville in Europa League final and fatigue took its toll. But Klopp says preparation for the final has been very different. The squad's returned to, obviously, Merseyside today after a 4-day trip into Marbella. He's quoted as saying, how the fatigue, we were unlucky in that final in 2016. He goes on to say, we didn't score in the first half enough often, and we didn't get a penalty. But in the second half, our legs were done. This time, the legs will be fine. After 2 weeks, the legs will be fine. That's a massive thing. Having 2 weeks to prepare for this game. Klopp has no problem with the Real's tag as favourites in terms of Zinedine Zidane's men looking to make it a number 13, goes on to say in this article. He goes on to talk about Real. There have also been 3 dominant clubs in the last few years in Europe. Madrid, Barcelona and Bayern. He goes on to say, we face one of them in the final, so who should be the favourite? I have no problem with this situation. It's not that I want to be the underdog. I don't feel like an underdog. But yes, they are favourites. They know everything they should do. They even write the effing script for the final because they have experienced it 4 times in the last 5 years. Good old Jürgen swearing in his press conferences. We can't, but no problem with that. We want to play and win a football game. In the end, it will be a test. What's bigger, the desire to win a 3rd one in a row or the desire to win the first one for some years? Real have also exactly the same lineup from winning it before. A lot of their players won the last 2 finals, and that's really rare. He goes on to conclude, the boss, this has been the Real Madrid Champions League generation. They will want to do it again. It would be big. It would be big, 100%. If we did it, it would be big too. So that's the gaffer talking about the Real Madrid and how experienced Real Madrid are in this competition. Everyone, let me know your thoughts on what Jürgen's had to say there. So we'll go into enemy territory, as I said before. Good old Sergio Ramos, he's coming up to the ripe age of 32. But what a player. What an absolute player. I wish England as a national team had a centre-back of such high quality. Regardless of his disciplinary record, he's such a class player. Helped Spain win the World Cup and obviously get the European Euros trophy as well. But Sergio Ramos has talked to UEFA.com today, and the 32-year-old skipper, where obviously it says Real Madrid know they can hit Liverpool ahead of the Champions League final, but admits the Reds will pose a threat. Ramos is very much the talisman of the Las Blancos in many years, with almost unrivaled winning mentality, helping them to a 3 of their last 4 Champions League titles. So the 32-year-old goes on to say, we know they will be a real tough opponent. They are very fast going forward and can really hurt you on the break. Firmino and Salah are such quick players and direct players who are very difficult to get hold of. So we'll try to keep them under control and ensure they don't have one of their inspired days, because they can certainly cause you damage. Liverpool are, in brackets, very good technically and are full of pace, but we will try to hit them with our players who have similar attributes. We know we can also cause them problems on the counter. We'll try to take advantage of that, and also know we are a real threat from set pieces. That's a huge one, really, that Liverpool we do need to take into account, especially with Ramos on the corners. The eagerly anticipated clash is so difficult to call, with the bookies obviously making Madrid narrow favourites to lift the trophy. But hey ho, the bookies had it all wrong in Istanbul, didn't they? I'll tell you what, no one give us a chance against that legendary AC Milan team, and we're coming up against the legendary Real Madrid team. But whatever the lads do in Kiev, they're going to make us proud, and they're going to give 120% for Liverpool Football Club, and that's all we can ask for from our lads on that football pitch come the 26th of May. I'm so excited, everyone, and if you're buzzing like me, every single one of you are, I know that. Well, if you can drop a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I don't just do podcasts, I do a lot of videos. I'm going to be pushing this channel. I'm going to get all yous involved in call-ins and everything else involved. It's just getting there eventually. But if you like this episode, drop a like on the video and subscribe as well. Put your notifications tab on, and I will have another video coming out later. But thank you very much, everyone. Have a quality rest of your day. And if you haven't seen my other video on the Nabil Fekir news, go and check that out. I released that yesterday. Oh, I cannot wait. It's looking bright and rosy, and it's going to be a fantastic game of football. That's the most important. But yeah, everyone, I love you and leave you, fellow Red Men around the world, wherever you are. Have a quality day. Cheers.